Okay, everyone, so we're getting ready for our first semester final. Let's start reviewing with exponent rules. So, take a look at this problem 24 right here. And hopefully we agree we're just multiplying this times that, right? And with multiplying, remember, the regular numbers we multiply like we always did. So 7 times 12, you see, is 84. Don't be doing anything weird like adding them, in other words. Now, let's take this Q5 times with the Q3. That's Q8 because we actually did 5 plus 3, which equals 8. In other words, when you're multiplying with exponents, you add. And if you notice, the only thing left is the R5, and there's no other R. So our final result is just going to be 84 Q to the 8 R to the 5. So regular numbers you multiply, exponents when multiplying you actually add them. All right, number 27, picking up the pace a little bit. Negative 8 times negative 7 is positive 56. F6 times F2 is F8 because I did 6 plus 2. Okay, F8. And then finally, G times G5 is G6 because 5 plus 1 is 6. And notice there is an extra H left over. So our final answer is 56, F to the 8, G to the 6, H. Regular numbers we multiply. Exponents when multiplying we add. Pause the video if you need to. Look at this one here. Now this one's a little different because notice we have this power outside on the parentheses, right? So what do I do with that 4 power? What I recommend you do, guys, is you could write it out. So I'm just going to write out negative y to the 5 4 times. Okay, so now, here we go. Isn't a negative times a negative a positive? Negative times negative is a positive. And then when I do y5, 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 that's going to be y20 because we added the exponents, right? I also, though, recommend, guys, can't we just simply just do 5 times 4, 20? So that's the other exponent rule you should be familiar with. Whenever you have a power on another power, you multiply. So again, that 20 is really 4 times 5, okay? And of course, the negative, when there's 4 of them, is going to be a positive y to the 20. Number 38. Again, let's actually distribute here. That 4 will have a 2 power on it. Well, what is 4 squared? Isn't that 4 times 4, which is, of course, 16. And then the y3 and the y2, well, what's 3 times 2? y6. So instead of writing it out, you could just distribute that 2 power. And remember, a power on a power, you multiply. So the 2 times 3 is 6. Now the 4, I don't do 4 times 2. That's actually 4 squared, 16. Pause the video if you need to. And I'm going to make this my last set, guys. Here we're dividing. So I hope you agree that negative 40 divided by 20, if I simplify that, that's just simply negative 2. And then what do I do with my powers? Well, when I divide powers, guys, I actually subtract them. So isn't 6 minus 3 a 3? So I have s to the 3 power. Again, regular numbers we still simplify or divide like normal. The exponents we subtract. And finally, let's do one more. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Those are regular numbers. 18 minus 11 here means D7, and 5 minus 3 means E squared, or E2. Pause the video one last time. So guys, if you know these rules, you're going to do very well on the final.